Hey everyone, Corrie here, coming in to record a message for the weekend of July the 7th, 2023. And this one is kind of where we're in the day of the 777 energy. And so we've had a lot of powerful energy. We've had a lot of possible potential energy to work with in the past week. And then today, I feel like everything today went sideways. And I said, I think it was last week's message or this week's message, I'm like, expect the unexpected. Well, today was one of those days. Expect the unexpected. It was supposed to be hot and sunny, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere came this big storm. There was so many things that were kind of happening. I was supposed to be at the chiropractor and I was late, and then I was in the office and realized I had to get to the dentist, and I had to get a crown put on my tooth. So there was a lot of things that were happening, a lot of it felt very chaotic, but not chaos, just busy. It was just odd. The other thing was that look back at what you were doing in 2017. What were you doing 7 years ago? That was the beginning of a 7-year journey. And then today is the ending of that 7-year journey. And so it's like, how do we put it? It's not always like an ending. It's like you managed to get to the top of this mountain. So put it in perspective of a 7 in a row, right? It's like that midpoint of the journey of where you have peaked, where you have made it to here, and here you have a choice. You can either keep being motivated and living in the past, or you can have the courage to not even look back, but start to find your way this way, start to find your way into something new. And so this energy, and what this energy is bringing, is that sense of there's possibility over here. It feels like a really new journey. And I will be announcing next week an upcoming class for the Lionsgate, which will be hosted on August the 7th and 8th. In the evening, it will be online. And so it will be a activation through this Lionsgate energy, because what's happening is that this this energy tied into the 777 day, and the 7 years ago is like, it was an opportunity to release karma, to be done with these old karmatic patterns. What did you need to learn? What did you gain? Where did you go? What have you discovered? How challenging was it to get to the top of this mountain? How challenging did you try to do everything the hard way? Was it step by step? Was it just slow and steady, just find your way? And then over here is the sense that moving forward is using the power, the will, using the power of the present, using the unknown wisdom, the places you have not been, stepping into energy. So there may be a lot of new things for new people of, I have not been there, I have not tried this, I don't know how to do this, but wisdom will guide me, not previous experience, not previous knowledge, not anything kind of the past, not looking to the past to decide this future. And so there is this real shift that will be there, because it feels foreign to be like living from that sense of the heart center. And so the archetype of the alchemist and the alchemy and the magician and the high priestess and all of those major characters that we don't really think about activating within ourselves, because we've been so long being in the wounded child, all of those lower vibrating energies. And this is an opportunity to kind of like get to that core, get to that center, and be able to start moving forward from there. And so this weekend is a good time to truly sit with self and pause and look out over the horizon, look towards the horizon, look towards the future, look towards what is not there, but stay present. Don't try to overthink, overcreate. Don't try to get too big. Don't try to do anything but just be and allow yourself, because if you're thinking, well, I still got this to overcome and that to overcome, I haven't done this yet. Well, you're looking to the past. You are looking to the past. You don't know what's to come. People are changing like that. People are healing like that. Like people are just going through major shifts and major transitions. And there's major things over here that is waiting, but we haven't been there. So there's wisdom that is coming in. Now I am picking up a lot of this dimensions. Like I'm really seeing these rings, and I'm seeing these rings of energy, and I'm really connecting into the ancient ones. And so these ancient ones, these ancient angelic realm, are really truly coming in as a way of almost like cherubs, and thrones, and just not looking like the ideal image of an angelic being, but of something that is here to be the protective energy. So the would have like the wings and the face of a lion or something like that. Well, that's kind of like, I just see all faces. Like I see all of these faces and I'm seeing all of these things, but I see at the door, at the gateway. So, when you see the pictures and depict it and they have the animals outside. So have the animals outside, or they have the angels, whatever it is, outside the doors, walking into the gates. You got to pass by. That's what it feels like. That is at the gates of these portal energies. And so, of course, coming into the Lion's Gate energy on the 888, of course, we'd be tied into the Leo energy. And the Leo energy is going into, somehow there is, I get this resistance. So I get this pulse. So I feel like there is and I'd have to go check the astrology for this. I'm not sure. But I'm getting that pull of a retrograde happening and something that's really, truly shifting. Of course, we have the nodes, we have the Aries, we have to shift into Aries and Libra in the nodes that is taking place. And that, of course, brings change as well, and opportunities. And, so where are we over, where have we been overemphasizing that sense of identity, personality? Where have we kind of been trying to push and force ourselves into this world? And what do we need to start to allow ourselves to really, truly start to be? That's kind of what I'm getting. And so there is this ancient, the ancient ones are communicating. And of course, very much, I'm receiving so many beautiful, strong messages from the ultimate healer. And that would be that of the Jesus energy. And so that sense of the Jesus energy. Now you don't have to believe in all of that. That's up to you. But so in the energy of it, what it is the arising or the arrival of our benevolence, of our other side of that ego, that sense of self. And I keep getting the eighth dimension and I just keep getting this imposter light, and where it's kind of like where, space junk, where space junk has been sent, and all of this space junk, and so even space junk served a purpose and at one time, but now it's just dormant, it's just there. And so there's a lot of distractions that comes with that sense of when you're awakening, that sense of benevolence, that sense of goodness and kindness within yourself, and that sense of compassion. And in your vulnerability, it's about sitting there and just saying, cloak me, be with me. And so we are being cloaked. There is a sense of being able to sit and just allow this energy to cloak around you and just wrap around you, and just know that you're being protected. And tonight, as I sit here, I keep getting the sense of not to discount grief, and that grief, and our people that, we've all experienced grief, and we all experience loss. We all experience those things. And so we can be all happy and cheery and looking forward to the future. But, many, as we're moving forward in our futures, is not to discount the fact that what we thought our futures would be would not have the faces, the love, the physical being. of the people that we thought would travel it with us. And that's in physical form. And that's where I keep hearing from the divine this evening that spirit is going to reveal and show itself within us in a much bigger way, feeling it, existing in it, that as we start to embody that journey with spirit, spirit is going to really reveal itself in such a way that but we also want to honor and nurture and to be there, not just for the day or the following days after. People lose their patience. It's almost like they expect people to just be better, just be done. It doesn't happen that way. Grief is a continual, and grief is love, because grief is love and love is continual. And so this sense of this benevolence within ourselves is also to be very, very compassionate and understanding that we're needed, and that people may need you, or that you may need people. So the need for support, the need to not to just normalize the fact of just get on with life, but that future includes the having to exist in that sense of truth and knowing, because those are our hard truths, and those truths don't ever change. Those truths stay with us. And so we're really truly feel like the divine, the angelic beings. I feel like God, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. God is telling me that each and every one who are really truly struggling, because the future is coming with or without you, change is happening with or without you, that you're in good hands and you're being carried. And you're being carried forward, and it's opening up the hearts of others to help support that energy, to be supportive of that. And I feel like the love and the support and the understanding for all is going to start to grow as we move forward, that there is a cosmic heart opening. There is the presence of, I feel like the path is opening, and I just see Jesus, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. I just see them walking in, but I see them walking in from the cosmic, from the Christ light, the crystalline energy. Like there is just something of a divinity, a divine energy that is stepping in and cloaking and wrapping around us all, and wrapping around. I have so many beautiful clients who know this story, and just wrapping around, but that connection to spirit, that being there with spirit being with us, spirit, but also having your human experience. So it's more of that embodiment of your own spirit, your own light, and that connection. And as this realm start to, as these veils start to fall, the veils of illusions, the false lights, and as the true self really truly starts to come into play here, I feel like there's just going to be such a change in how you're able to be so embodied in the connection of love. And as we move forward, that's what they're telling me tonight. They're telling me to share this, to give this out, and to just say it as it is. It's very hard to communicate it through, because it comes through in such a language, in such a way that our human language is so minute. It's so hard to communicate it. But other than that, it is love and spirit to spirit. It just feels like if we look out into that vast unknown, that in that unknown also exist all those loved ones, all the things that we've that have been tied into our stories and our loss, and they're all over here. And they're here, and they're here. They're in there. They're in that unknown. They're in the unseen. And our ability to be able to see beyond, our ability to be able to connect beyond, they're all in the unseen. They're all waiting. They're all here. They've already know where that future. They already exist there. They know what it all means. And so they're there for us, and they're waiting for us, and they're waiting for us to get online with realizing that the next moment, the next second is our future is here. They're in our future. And there's so much of the divine and the angelic, and that coming together of of how we all pulsate from that one heartbeat, that one pulse, and that we all souls all come from that same place, that same energy. And so we all are of love. And this weekend's energy is to be really embody and embrace the all love. And because also over here, we need spirit, we need our loved ones, we need people, we need the divine, we need all that we can, because there is challenging times ahead of us. There is journeys, but that coupling together, that partnership, that support, and that love, it's what's going to guide us through the challenging times that are there. But not everyone is going to be in the challenging time all at once. It's just all of these things. So this weekend, sit with thyself, be with you, and just be with spirit. And I just want to keep closing my eyes today, and I just want to keep leaving. I got a crown today, and of course I don't like getting the needles and all those things done. And I could feel myself just leaving my human body in the healer energy, and just leaving it there, and just leaving, and just going with spirit, just letting my spirit leave my physical body. And I could, see myself traveling, and all day long, I've just wanted to just go to that place. And I can, and so can you. We can all still be here on earth, and we can all get to that place, and that sense of heaven on earth, and bringing that, all the wisdom that I'm learning, and bringing it back to earth to bring in our sense of heaven on earth. We can't create it for the whole world, but we can create it within ourselves. And when we start to create that within ourselves, we feel the love of our loved ones. We feel the love of everything, and everything that's there, that is so here, filled with love, to support us, and to be with us, and to be by our sides. And that's my message for you this weekend. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you next week. And if you have not been, it's all over my other social medias, but my new Oracle cards are out. The Everyday Goddess Oracle cards are now available. And there is a revised version of More Than Existing. If you're on Amazon, look for the white on the top of the book. If it doesn't have this, don't get that book, because it's not, we've took this book back. I've taken this book back now, and it is republished through myself. And so this is the revised version. The Everyday Goddess is directly on the website. Go to CorrieThorne.com. The link is in the section below for CorrieThorne.com. And you can find these in my online store, also on Facebook and Instagram. There's a store there as well. And this is the second book, My Truth of Existing Beyond a Reflection. You can even get all three as a package deal, all signed with a personal message to you. Each book will be signed. Hard to sign your Oracle cards, but I figured out that I could sign your flap. I never thought of, so I'm sorry to everyone whose cards went out to you. I could have been signing your flap, but they are personally wrapped for you. So you can get the trio pack, you can get just the cards, you can get just the books, you get it all. Just go to CorrieThorne.com, or if you're on any of my social media links, go to the shop, and you can also find it there. Have a beautiful weekend. And yeah, I don't know, I could talk all night about this, but I just feel like I just want to leave it here, and just know that the divine is here with us this evening as we are. And just look at where you were 70 years ago, and all that's been working on your behalf to get you to right here today, the good, bad, and the ugly. But it all was to get you right here. And here we are, we're right here. And from right here, there is such powerful potential right here for us as we now prepare to go in another 7-year cycle. And we just don't know what's to come. Much love. I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.